Sagittarius, hello, hi, welcome back. I am doing love readings again this week from June 6th to June the 12th, 2021. This will be for Sun, Moon, Rising, and maybe your Venus sign in Sagittarius. And also, this is a general love connection reading, so it may not resonate for you, which is totally okay. Take the things that are for you today, leave everything else behind, and let's get into your higher vibes. I've mentioned before, but I will say again that when we talk about love connection readings, they may not always relate to romantic love in our lives. Sometimes friendships come up, relationships with family, relationships with colleagues or coworkers that what am I doing here, care about a lot. So keep that in mind. You may have a relationship come up in this reading that isn't with your partner or your prospective partner or your ex, whatever that might look like. As always, if the reading today does resonate for you on any level, please leave me a thumbs up. That helps me out a lot. And your comments, questions, love hearing from you. I try my very best to get back to absolutely everybody, so don't be shy to connect with me down below. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. Okay. Overall energy here, Sagittarius, is the Eight of Cups. Not going back to the things that weren't serving us is very much the energy here. And in the instance of this relationship, this may be two people that are considering rekindling a relationship that was once very strong, that now is in this sort of limbo. And maybe we're discussing if we want to come back together. That's very much the energy for me. For them in this connection, Five of Wands, Two of Cups, and the Death card. This person, I think, is coming back to try to prove to you that they have changed something in themselves, that they have overcome some things that during your relationship together were red flags for you, were issues that you just couldn't get past in being with them, that maybe you told them, you need to go work on this before I can consider being with you. You need to heal this in order for me to consider getting back together with you. It's just taking too much out of me. And this is real energy of somebody coming back to you and saying, Sagittarius, I've done the work. Let me show you. You are the one for me, and I did this for you, for us to have that chance. Let me show you that I've turned a new leaf, that I'm ready to take on something new with you here, and from a place of being better healed. Now, I don't think you're convinced necessarily. For you in this relationship or connection, we have Seven of Swords, the Two of Swords, and the Page of Pentacles. This is a lot of time spent really thinking about this, really considering what they're telling you. And if you are going to be willing to let them show you, because I don't know that you're fully yet convinced that, it's all well and good for them to say, I did this, I went to therapy, I talked to this person, I did whatever self-help things. And it's another for you to say, I'll let you back into my energy space. I will let you back into my heart. I will let you back into my life to prove it. I think you're having trouble with allowing that because you're fearful that there's some deception. You're fearful that maybe they didn't actually do the work, that things might go back to the way they were. Now, with the Page of Pentacles presenting here, I do think that you're giving some benefit of the doubt, that you don't want to just shut the door on them, because I think you did have love for this person or still do carry love for this person, but you're feeling hesitant. You're feeling like just not quite ready to trust them and let them in. So I think you're going to be setting boundaries for yourself to the tune of, I will allow you limited access. I will allow you a little bit of access. And if you prove that you're worthy of that, I will allow you maybe a little bit more access. I don't think you're going to let this person, off the hook and right back in right away. Now, coming into the connection, I really like this because we do see growth here, Sagittarius. Page of Cups, Seven of Wands, Two of Pentacles. This is you slowly feeling more comfortable to open up your heart a little bit to this person, to give them a little bit more access to your feelings again, because I think initially it's going to be like, I'm taking feelings off the table. You can prove to me person to person that you've put this work in, but I'm not giving you platitudes. I'm not going to just be complimenting you or telling you I care about you. Even if they're giving you a lot of that, you're not giving it back. They have to earn it, because right now you're really working on protecting your energy. I think you probably got hurt in this relationship, got hurt by their actions, which is why you separated from them in the first place and told them you need to work on this because I can't handle it. But I think there is going to be this sort of proving time that goes on here where they show you that they have done the work, that they can bring that balance back into the relationship that was lacking because they needed to do things. So we'll do some clarifying and see what comes up there, Sagittarius, for you. We'll start with the Eight of Cups, this overall energy of, do I walk away from this? I already walked away from this. Do I turn around and face it again? Five of Emotions, Five of Materials, and the Priestess. Ooh, Nelly. Yeah, we've got a lot of fives that have come up here, and fives talk to us about obstacles, about boundaries, about things that need to be overcome, okay, frustrations. And for you here, yeah, Sagittarius, you got hurt, okay? And like you thought that relationship was going to be something, and then it turned out to be the opposite, and now that's sort of like a tainted taste in your mouth. And you're really trying to like get into your body, get into your intuition and say, okay, gut, like, do we trust that what they're saying is true? Before I turn around, before I give them my attention again, before I allow them back into my space, do I feel in my heart that this person has made some change? They have grown. There's going to be a real need to prove that they deserve your trust here, Sagittarius. I think that's the overall energy for me. Let's look at the Five of Wands for them. Knight of Inspiration, Four of Materials, and the Page of Inspiration. Yeah, this is somebody that like just rushes into things and they don't really think about it, and that always leads to consequences. A little bit of Aries energy, but they care a lot about you. I think they were just like, first of all, not willing to face their own issues. They weren't willing to talk about them. They weren't willing to deal with them. And then they would just kind of lash out, act out irrationally, act out in anger maybe, because they just weren't like working on themselves or like addressing even that anything was wrong with them. And I think that became very detrimental to you here. So hopefully they have worked on that. Let's take a look for you at the Two of Swords, at this decision, okay? Oop, Death card coming up again. Knight of Materials and the Four of Inspiration. I think you have care for this person, Sagittarius, and you want to believe that they can grow. You want to believe that like they're telling you the truth when they say, I've worked on this. I'm coming to you, a person who has worked on it, who has healed, who has faced the things that I need to face. And you want to trust that, but you don't want to let them back in too quickly. That is very overwhelmingly the energy for me. You're like, if this is going to build into something stable, if I'm going to consider opening my heart back up to you, it's going to be slow and steady. Because I do think you also, when this first happened, when you first came together, felt like this person was a complementary half to you, and they carried that same energy that like, I think we are supposed to have a thing here together, but they were not emotionally ready or present for the relationship when it was happening. Let's take a look at the Two of Pentacles down here in the connection. Ten of Voices, Seven of Emotions, and the World. Yeah, I mean, the two of you are going to need to have an honest and open emotional conversation, which I think is something that is going to be challenging for both of you. If you want a fresh start, you need to kind of like lay all the feelings out on the table. And not only that, Sagittarius, there's an energy here that you need to let go of some things, some preconceived notions, things from the past. And that is easier said than done. This is going to come from this person continuing to prove to you that they have made change, that they're actively working on growing. But you can't carry around for them the vision of who they used to be if what they are showing you is something new. And I think that's going to be a challenge for you here in the beginning anyway. And of course, you know, trust has to be earned and is easy to lose and hard to get back. We'll take one last message here for you, Sagittarius. 10 of Pentacles, 9 of Swords, and the 7 of Cups. Yeah, I think there's going to be a lot of feelings that surface for you here for both of you. This is going to be a bit of a raw experience. I think what you both do want is to build something together, is to see a future that the other person is part of, but you're carrying around a lot of hurt from everything that happened. So there's a little bit of healing on both sides that needs to be done here. This person needs to show you that like they're showing up authentically as they are saying, but also you need to work on letting go of some of your preconceived ideas of who they are now based on who they were when you were last with them. I hope that is helpful to you. If it was, please leave me a thumbs up. Leave me your comments, questions, concerns, anything you want down below. And please subscribe to the channel. That would mean a lot to me. I'll see you back here next week.